A Stochastic Life of Excellence, Professor Oyewusi Ibidapo-Obe. On a special day in 1949, Oyewusi Ibidapo-Obe was born, 4 years after the marriage of Chief Samuel Ladipo and Mrs. Winifred Olamide Ibidapo-Obe. Baby Oyewusi was born as the first child of his parents. Other siblings followed successively. He started his nursery school education at the age of 5 at Temidire Preparatory School, a model school, a place he cherished because of its proximity to his father's office. He went on to complete his primary school education at Lagos Street African Church School, Ebutemeta. He proceeded to Obokun High School in 1962, and he completed the West African School Certificate, WASC, at Ilesha Grammar School in 1966. Oyewusi went to the famous Igbobi College, Lagos for his Higher School Certificate, HSC, where in earnest he structured his time for serious studies. He clearly understood that one had to work hard to pass the HSC examinations. To a great extent, he shunned anything that would amount to a distraction. His father's influence was no doubt tremendous.
How is it that a quote-unquote poor undergraduate from my part?
The result of this hard work was the remarkable feat of obtaining his A-level certificate at a record period of 18 months and gaining admission into the University of Lagos in 1971, 1 year ahead of his peers. Oye's academic exploits while at Unilag took a mythical dimension as he displayed an uncommon intellectual prowess, which culminated in him graduating in the first-class division and emerging as the best overall graduating student at the University of Lagos in 1971. He shone like a million stars as he collected all the awards for the year. For his postgraduate program, Professor Ibidapo-Obe trained at the University of Waterloo, Ontario, Canada, as a Commonwealth Scholar, where he obtained a Master of Mathematics in 1973 and a Doctor of Philosophy, Civil Engineering, Applied Mathematics in 1976.
The wonders of the animal world and mind. The universe is made up of millions of galaxies of increasing size.
He eventually became substantive Vice-Chancellor of the University of Lagos on May 1st, 2002, and successfully completed his tenure on April 30, 2007. This exalted office attracted for Ibidapo-Obe some laurels and accolades. Namely, he was the first UNILAG alumnus to occupy the office of Vice-Chancellor in history. During his tenure, he was elected chairman of the Committee of Vice-Chancellors, and he ultimately won the prize as the best Vice-Chancellor in the Nigerian university system for 2 consecutive times, 2004 and 2005. Professor Ibidapo-Obe has published over 100 journals, papers, 40 referred papers published in conference proceedings, in addition to contributions to books and monographs. Oye and Shola first met in 1971 at Ilesha, both on separate casual visits to the town. He came from Lagos, while she was on holiday from Hope Grammar School, Ibadan, where she worked as an auxiliary teacher awaiting admission into the university. Oye, on the other hand, had come from Lagos, where he lived with his parents to visit his grandparents as well as a host of other aunties and uncles who lived in Ilesha. It was a chance meeting. They met through a mutual friend, by name Shola Lasende, now Mrs. Shola Ali. The Lasendes are family friends of the Ibidapo-Obes, and they have remained close through the years. For Oye, it was love at an instant. On the very first day he said to Shola, "You are going to be my wife." Oye went to school in Canada, and Shola proceeded to study in Canada as well. Oye proposed marriage while they were in Canada. They got married in 1975 and started the family, which has been blessed with 4 children. Akibambo, an engineer; Omobola, a legal practitioner; Oyetokunbo, a medical doctor; and Oyeniyi, an engineer.
He was completely smitten by her, and he was very open and clear about it. I recall a newspaper publication where he announced to the whole nation that he fell in love with his wife at first sight. That love never faded. It grew stronger and waxed stronger. He was absolutely devoted to her and always put her first and just wanted her to be happy.
They were made for each other. They loved and cared for each other. After so many years, they were still together all the time. They went out together all the time. They went out everywhere together. She had a strong personality, but yet I never saw them argue or fight.
They had or have an extraordinarily special relationship. I don't think I have seen that anywhere else. He gave her everything and did everything for her. They were friends, they were best friends, they were partners, they were everything. They went everywhere together, did everything together. He let her make decisions, she gave him full support as well. At some point, she pretty much stopped her career to give him support, and he in turn gave her whatever she wanted, whatever she needed, and for us as well. So, it's a relationship that I can't really describe in words, but I will tell you that it is an extraordinarily special relationship.
He loved experiences. Him and my mom went all over the world together, Japan. They loved it every year. They went somewhere new and they had a good time. I was so proud of them. I know he was proud of me because I had the unique opportunity to spend a lot of time with him. He was able to make 48 hours out of every 24 hours.
Professor Oyewusi Ibidapo-Obe, in an interview with IATV Lagos, expressed his joy and gratitude to God for grace to live for 7 decades.
To God for preservation of life and for whatever He has given me. That has made me happy, contented, and looking forward to do more for humanity. So I'm very grateful. It's an endowment.
The erudite professor and celebrant used the platform to encourage Nigerian youths.
He was very devout. He took his faith with a passion, the same way he passionately took academics and his career. He never left the house in the morning without praying. Mom and dad, that they would pray, kneel down and pray. And even though we are all grown up and married and out of the house, if you happen to be there in the morning when daddy is leaving the house, you're going to kneel down and pray with them. He worked very hard for the church in Elisha with Bishop Vining. He knew God. He knew his God.
My husband, Professor Oyewusi Ibidapo-Obe, who left this world and joined the Saints Triumphant on the 3rd of January 2021, was a man of God. His faith was strong. He was a Christian to the core. He loved man and he loved his God. He served God. He was faithful and his faith was strong.
All my memories of my dad are absolutely awesome, and I'm fond of all of them. Even the early years when I was younger, and I used to be the one to get into trouble quite a bit, and so I used to be disciplined. But as an adult, I've come to appreciate all of that. one thing that resonates with me was the way my dad took time to hang out with us, especially when we were much younger. We played badminton in the backyard. We lived on Unila campus and we lived in high rise for a while. When we moved to computer center, Daddy would drive us to high rise with our bicycles in the trunk of his car. So he always took time to just, be with us and spend time with us.
And I really miss my grandpa, but I know he's in a better place now. Some memories I have of him were when I was a child in Nigeria. In Nigeria, he used to take care of me and we used to watch cartoons together. When I was older, he used to visit us and he visited me on my 10th birthday and he also visited us for New Year's. That was a very exciting time. I know my grandpa is very popular and I've seen him a lot on TV. I hope I can be as popular and successful as he was. And I just want to tell my grandma that I love her and that I'll take care of her.
I remember he used to nap on the couch. It was funny and it was really funny and I enjoyed when he came to the UK to visit us. I remember when I got achievements in maths, he encouraged me to keep on doing it and keep on trying, and I want to be just like him, a mathematician. I'm happy that he used to visit us in Nigeria, and I cherish the moments we spent together. I wish he was here on my 10th birthday, but I understand he's in a better place now. I love Grandpa, and I wish I could see him again. I love you, Grandma. I love you, Mommy. I love you, Auntie Shade. I love you, Auntie Talks. I wish you guys have a great stay. I love you guys.
And this is my brother Sheffley. All we want to do is say that we miss my grandpa very much. He was sweet and kind, and he loved us a lot. He got almost everything we wanted for him, and we wanted, and we're really thankful. So we're really thankful. So we're really thankful.
We're thankful.
A lot of things I like about my grandpa. He's kind, loving, and he was never mad at anybody. He was a really nice person, and I miss him a lot. There was not one person he didn't show love for, except for maybe Donald J. Trump. Obviously. Thank God that Joe Biden is our president now. The world is happy again. Grandpa's probably so happy in heaven with the angels. I'm gonna miss him calling me Father.
Every time I went to my grandpa's house, the first thing I would do was go on his chair and watch TV. One day, me, Tofmi, Farah, and Angie were jumping on grandpa's chair when my mom said, "Sit down." My grandpa said, "Allow them to do it. It is their grandpa's house. They can do what they like." One day, I was at my school picture day and the photographer recognized me for my last name. He said, "Are you Professor Oyewusi Ibidapo-Obe's granddaughter?" And then I said, "Yes." That's when I knew my grandpa was very famous. My grandpa was always very proud of me when I got good grades on my math test. My grandpa was always very nice to everybody, no matter your age nor your personality. I will miss seeing my grandpa on my dad's Zoom call. Rest in peace, Grandpa. Love from Dara.
Grandpa's gone to heaven. Do you want to sing Twinkle Twinkle for Grandpa? Where's Grandpa? In heaven, yes, watching over you.
Cry.